Hello students, this is the fourth lecture in real analysis. In this video lecture, I will be discussing the concept of neighborhood of a point. So basically when we talk about neighborhood, we are more interested to know about the definition of open spheres and closed spheres. So let us begin our lecture from the definition of open spheres. So what do you mean by an open sphere? For this, I will be considering XDV any metric space. Now what is a metric space? I have already described in my previous video lectures. If your concept of metric space is not clear, you can watch my previous video lectures for this. So I am considering XD be a metric space and I am considering small x, which is any arbitrary element from the space capital X, and R be any real number which is positive. The open sphere, so basically we are defining the open sphere. So if it is a sphere, it will have a center. So this X is the center with the center X and radius R, which is generally denoted by S of X, and the sub we have R. So SRX. So basically this is an open sphere with the center X and radius R. So how it is defined? It is defined as a collection. So basically SRX is a subset of X. So the first one, that is, it is a subset of X and it is given by, so what is our SRX? So it is a collection of all the points. So let those points be Y. So this is a collection of all those elements which are coming from X, such that the distance from the center and all these points is always less than R. So this is basically a open sphere, correct? Now important note here is an open sphere is always non-empty, is always non-empty. Now why this thing holds? Because at least it contains a center, correct? Because X always belongs to SRX. Now let us consider few examples and try to understand this concept more clearly. So the first example here is, so in a usual metric space, in usual metric space generally denoted as R under usual. So what are the open spheres? So the open spheres, so S with the center, let it be X naught and radius R naught, correct? So in the usual metric spaces, they are nothing but the open intervals. So these are the open intervals. So when I talk about the open spheres in usual metric space, so usual metric space is nothing but the modulus of X minus Y. So that is the distance between any two points. So if we have a point X naught and if I am defining a radius to be R naught, so if I am talking about a open sphere, it means you will move R naught times this side, R naught times this side. So this is a open sphere in case of a usual metric, basically real line, correct? So this is nothing but open interval, that is from X naught minus R to X naught plus R. So where X naught is any real number and my R is a positive. A very important remark here is, so every open sphere in R under usual is an open interval, correct? But converse is not true. But converse is not true. Why this happens? Because if I consider any open interval, that is minus infinity to infinity, so this is an open interval in R, but it is not an open sphere. So this is a very important remark here. Now let us consider a few more examples. So the second example here is in the usual metric space. So second example is also about the usual metric space. Usual metric space. So now I am going towards the complex field. So if we are talking about the open sphere, correct, in the usual metric space C, correct, C under usual. So the open spheres in this case, which are centered at any complex point, that is a Z naught, and let the radius be R. So what is the open sphere? So open sphere here is nothing but the circular discs. So these are the circular discs. So basically S Z naught R is the collection of all the points such that Z minus Z naught mod is less than R, where Z naught is the center belonging to complex and R is any positive. So basically here we are talking in a xy plane. So if this is a x plane, this is a y plane. So basically when I'm talking about x plane, it means a real plane and y is a imaginary plane, correct? So this is any point z naught. So basically the open sphere around here will be the collection of all those z whose distance from z naught is less than r. So this is my r, correct? So basically this is a open sphere in the case of a complex plane. Moving on to the third very interesting example, because here now I am changing my space. So here I am considering XD be a discrete metric space. So when we talk about discrete metric space, everything changes here, because it is already defined as d of xy is 1 and 0. When it will be 1 when x is not equal to y, and when x equals to y it is 0. So now if somebody asks me if x naught is any point coming from x, correct, that is a discrete metric space generally denoted as xd, correct? So what will be the open spheres centered at x naught and let the radius be r, correct? So in order to define this open sphere we need to understand one thing. It always depends upon the value of r. If my r is lying between 0 and 1, so basically if you are going to calculate the open sphere, that is at about a point x naught and the radius is less than 1, correct, let it be half. Tick. So if you are going to calculate the open sphere, it will be generally collection of all the y's coming from xd such that the distance between x naught and y is less than half, but the distance between the points is 1 or 0. If x is not equal to y, it is 1, otherwise it is 0. So when I am talking about half, so it means x has to be equal to y. ठीक होगी बात. So in this case only one point will come, that is when my x will be equal to y, correct? But what if r is greater than or equal to 1? Correct. If r is greater than or equal to 1, all the points will come, because whenever x is not equal to y the distance comes out to be 1 and I am asking for the r to be greater than 1. So whenever r will be greater than 1, all the points from xd will come in the open sphere. So basically my sx naught with the radius r will be defined when r lies between 0 and 1. So the open sphere will be nothing but a singleton point x naught, and if r is greater than or equal to 1, it will be the full set xd. So I hope you have understood this example. So now my next example is in the metric space x, which is close 0 open 1 and x and y are coming from capital X. So I have defined d of xy is mod of x minus y. Now the question is calculate the open spheres about the point 0. So when it is mentioned that we have to calculate about the point 0, that is x naught is nothing but 0. So what we are asked is s of at the point 0, correct, and with some radius r. Now again we have to consider various cases. We have to check the condition on r, because my points are coming from this domain, that is close 0 open 1. So let us consider few examples first of all to understand this case. That is, if r is, let us assume to be half. So if my r is half, so basically s of 0 about the point 0 and radius half. So this is my point 0, this is radius half, so it will go up till half and up till minus half, correct? So what are the points that will come in this region? That is all the points, that is we have to start from basically 0. So these all points will come. So let me draw it with other color. So this point will also come, so these points will come, correct? Now let us change the value of r. So even if you take r to be less than 1, less than or equal to 1. So if we take this case, so let me take r to be 1 and this is my point 0. So all these points will again come in this region. So this will be an open sphere in this case. And similar, but what if my r is greater than 1? So let me take r to be 2. Now if you have to take from 0, ठीक है, my space is up till only 1 open, close 0, correct? But I am asking to calculate the open sphere about the point 0 and radius 2. So what will happen in this case? Now in this case you have to restrict your open sphere till this point only, even if your radius is greater than 1. So how I will define my SR at the point 0? So this is nothing but, as I have explained, so this will be close 0, open r, correct? Whenever my r is less than or equal to 1. If r is strictly greater than 1, so it will be close 0, open 1. So that is will be my open sphere about the point 0. Now the fifth example in this video lecture is, so we are given a metric space r cross r, that is r square, with the metric d, and the metric defined in this case is, so the metric here it is defined as the distance between the 2 points in a plane. So if we are talking about the open spheres which are centered about origin, so the question here is what will be the open spheres with the center 0 0 and let the radius be 1. So this is given in the question, so we are asked to calculate this thing. So whenever we are asked to calculate things like this, you can easily draw, this is a center 0 0, and when they are talking about radius 1, so you need to go 1 unit this side, so this will be 1 0, correct? And this will be minus 1 0, again you will go this side 1, so in the positive y direction 0 1 units, and again 1 unit in the downward direction. Now you can just draw an open sphere, so the open sphere will be in a, so this will be my open sphere, correct? So all these points, collection of all these points, correct? So basically what will be my S radius 1 about the point 0 0? So this is nothing but the collection of all the points. So collection means x1 comma x2, correct? Such that which property they satisfy, that is x1 square plus x2 square must be strictly less than equal to 1. So this will be an open sphere in this case. So with this, I would like to conclude this video lecture. You can practice more and more question and calculate the open spheres. And if in case you face any difficulty, you can mention your doubts in the comment box. So I hope you have understood this concept of open spheres. In the upcoming video lectures, we'll explore few more concepts. For more such video lectures, subscribe to my YouTube channel and do not forget to press the bell icon. Thanks for watching the lecture.